Hey guys, welcome to the Reparenting Daily podcast, your daily guide for inner child healing. This podcast helps you establish a consistent reparenting routine, and it's divided into 3 sections. The first is a daily reading, the second is a discussion of that reading, followed by suggested journal prompts, and the last section is a peaceful meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us. I'm so glad that you could join us here on this journey of self-expansion and growth. If this is your first time, welcome. Now, before we dive in, I'd like to again remind us of the congratulations of passing the 500 episode marker. And as a celebration of that, I've opened up the Patreon community for free membership so that people can join our Zoom calls for free. There are a lot of people struggling out there. There's a lot going on. So I thought this could be a way to provide some help and, to give some thanks for all the support that I've received so far. You can also choose if you'd like to be a paid Patreon member, and that will help me to subsidize some of the costs and expenses that I have for this project. I'm still running this out of my own pocket, so it's about $2,000 to $5,000 a year that it costs me to produce this actually. So I'm not really making money from this. It's something that I'm doing for myself and hopefully to be able to help others. And so I'm coming from a genuine place here. The second thing that I'd like to remind you is that you can also find the Reparenting Daily Journal. You can purchase that on Amazon. It's another way to support the podcast. It's under $20. And it basically allows you to follow along with all of the monthly and weekly themes. It gives you space to keep your notes. And yeah, if you join the team or the Zoom calls, it might be a great way for us to all stay aligned and be working together. The last thing I'd like to give you a head up on is the Fairy Tales for Reparenting Daily series. As I mentioned earlier, I've had some editing issues with that because in the springtime, the end of spring, I did some reworking to structure those into certain themes. So like the beginning, middle, and end of the hero's journey. And in the midst of reorganizing and restructuring the stories and also upgrading the artwork, some of the text is a bit mixed and jumbled all over the place. Sorry about that. When I was in the editing phase for the first time, they did not send the proofread copies to the Netherlands, and so I had to work, around and trying to find a way to get the copy to edit, and it's just been a mess. So basically, that's going to take a little bit longer. I'm going to aim to have that done by the end of the year, but I have burned my eyes, so I am very limited. Excuse me, with what I can do and time I spent on the computer. And so I would have had that done much earlier. I would have liked to have that already done, but here we are. And so in any case, once that's available, again, I'll give you a heads up, but please do hold off on purchasing the Fairy Tales for Reparenting Daily for now. Or Fairy Tales for Reparenting series, not the Fairy Tales for Reparenting Daily. That's it today. So without further ado, let's dive into today's practice. Today's reading is from Psychology Today. This article is entitled Growth Mindset Parenting. Just as a reminder, we are in October, and the theme for this month is developing resilience and overcoming challenges. We're in week 2, which is October 8th until the 14th. And the theme for this week is shifting from a fixed to a growth mindset. Now, this article is written for parents to raise their children with a growth mindset. And so I'm reading it because it, in a way, can help us reflect on our own experiences as we're reparenting, but just keep that in mind, yeah? Growth mindset parenting. Help your child be more positive, enthusiastic, confident, and successful. People with a growth mindset welcome challenges as learning opportunities. A growth mindset leads to increased happiness, confidence, and success in every area. Growth mindset parenting means teaching your child to welcome setbacks as opportunities to learn. Fixed versus growth mindset. Those who have a growth mindset think of intelligence and other abilities, athletic, musical, artistic, as developing over time, and that there are always opportunities to learn. Those with the fixed mindset see abilities as fixed at birth. Someone with a fixed mindset might say, in response to failing a math test, I'm no good at math. In response to the same situation, someone with a growth mindset might say, I need to work harder on understanding algebra. You can have a growth mindset in some areas, but not in others. Believing, for example, that you can learn to be better at tennis if you work harder at it, but also believing that some people are born creative and some aren't. Also, as you might expect, People with the growth mindset look at problems and failures as opportunities to learn how to do better, whereas those with a fixed mindset try to avoid setbacks and are embarrassed or defensive when they inevitably happen. The benefits of a growth mindset. Growth mindset people are happier, more encouraging and positive, less judgmental, more enthusiastic about new opportunities, and more successful in every domain of life in which they hold a growth mindset, whether it be school, work, friendships, or even parenting. What does a growth mindset parenting look like in practice? To parent with a growth mindset, try the following. Number 1, praise your child for their curiosity and effort, not their ability. Tell them how proud you are of their persistence in learning how to read, something in their control, but don't tell them they're smart, something that feels permanently fixed and out of their control. Number 2, setbacks. Welcome them as learning opportunities, not as embarrassing failures. Number 3, don't set a limit on your child's potential. Don't think of your child's abilities, whether high or low, as being fixed. Instead, encourage them to follow their curiosity and support them in developing their interest. Number 4, avoid labeling your children, even with positive labels. Categorical labels, learning disabled, gifted, coordinated, beautiful, encourage a self-conscious as well as a fixed mindset. Number 5, don't play the blame game. When your child has a problem, don't look for who or what to blame. Instead, focus on what you can do differently going forward. And number 6, teach your child basic growth mindset principles. Help your child understand what growth and fixed mindsets are and how they show up in our language and behavior. Thank you, and that's the reading for today. The article continues. You can check out the link in the show notes to read further. Welcome back. This reading explores how growth mindset parenting transforms both the parent and the child, and in the context of reparenting, how you can become the kind of nurturing guide for your own inner child. A growth mindset parent doesn't shame mistakes or label abilities as fixed. Instead, they praise curiosity, persistence, and effort. They see setbacks as learning, not proof of failure. This mindset creates an environment of safety where exploration, self-trust, and confidence naturally grow. In the broader frame of developing resilience, this perspective shows that resilience begins in how we respond to struggle. When we approach challenges with compassion instead of criticism, whether towards a child or ourselves, we develop emotional flexibility. Resilience is not about perfection. It's about persistence, patience, and perspective. As we learn to replace "I can't do this" with "I can't do this yet," we strengthen our ability to adapt, recover, and thrive. From a reparenting perspective, this reading invites you to practice growth mindset parenting with yourself. Imagine responding to your own mistakes the way a loving parent would. It's okay, you're learning. Let's try again. Many trauma survivors grew up under fixed mindset parenting, where love was conditional on success or obedience. Reparenting means breaking that pattern. You teach your inner child to love learning, to celebrate effort, and to trust that growth happens over time. By embodying this mindset, you heal the fear of failure that once kept you small and replace it with curiosity, self-belief, and resilience. As we go into the journal prompts today, number 1, how did the adults in my childhood respond when I made a mistake? How did that shape my beliefs about learning and failure? Number 2, what would it sound like? What would it sound like if my inner loving parent encouraged me with a growth mindset when I feel stuck or self-critical? And number 2, where in my life can I replace a fixed mindset? I'm just not good at this with a growth-oriented mindset. I'm still learning this. That's it for today, and as always, thanks for being here. Take care of yourself, and please do be well. Welcome back. Now, this is the third and final section of the daily podcast. This is your silent meditation. Please go ahead and find a space where you can be comfortable and undisturbed, where you can relax and spend some time with yourself for this 10-minute silent meditation. You can choose to be sitting, standing, lying down, or in whatever position makes you comfortable today. Take a moment to simply be with yourself. Focus on your breath and gently connect with each part of your body. If thoughts arise, don't let them overwhelm you. Just observe them without attachment. Imagine them as leaves drifting down atop a river, passing by without needing your engagement. Stay present, grounded, and open to this moment, no matter what time you are listening and practicing this meditation. Namaste.